And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by the gents, Threshold, Shavar, Sikhain. Gents, how are you doing?
I've been better.
Yeah. I mean, no one here can actually. Yeah, no one won.
Oh.
Actually, that's crazy. No one won this week. Come to think of it,
Nah, but I
none of the
think
teams.
some
Yeah.
draws were louder than others. Just putting it out. No, that's just my view. That's my 2 cents. Some draws were louder than other draws.
You must stay away from social media, Sikhain. Social media
Well,
is not.
Shivar was my social media because I think Shivar
Yeah.
owes us 5 goals. But anyway, you asked the question, how are we doing? I'm great, man. First day back in
Yeah.
the office. So
Hmm.
sitting with over 500 emails, sorting that out. Yeah, but
Yeah.
besides that, all is good. I don't know about you
I
guys.
know. I
If it
know.
makes you feel
Awesome.
any
Awesome.
better, I worked the
Yeah.
whole of December and I also sat through 500 emails today. So,
Hmm. So you worked, and there's still 500 emails,
and there's
Shuba.
still, yeah.
He wasn't working.
Yeah, he wasn't. I know he wasn't. But did you go to thingy home though?
No. I was in
You
Joburg the
didn't
whole
this
time.
time around. All right. So I know, no. It is what it is.
He
Sikhain's
decided
good.
to miss Maritzburg.
Yeah, Maritzburg. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, so Jits, as far as the show is concerned, I think we should start off by discussing the two biggest teams in England. I think that's an irrefutable fact. Not to throw shade on CKN's team, but yeah, the real English derby took place yesterday. I was hoping for it to get postponed only because I was very pessimistic. I wasn't even sure that Man United will put up any fight. But yeah, I think let me start off with you, Trisha, since you are always here first. I mean, it's incredible. Like, you should teach these gents like how it's done. But yeah, bruh, take it away, mate.
Honestly, man, I'm a bit annoyed because
Mm,
we really should have won that game. And the fact that I'm sitting here after that and actually saying that says a lot. But we definitely should have won that game. I am gonna say the Maguire miss at the end. Even if he scored that, it wouldn't have counted because Xerxes was offside.
Hmm.
So
I've got a
that would
different
not.
view on that. I've got a different view on that. You put the ball in the back
I'm
of the
not
net.
gonna.
Nah. You put the ball in the
yeah.
back of the net, and then we can draw the lines afterwards. I think
Yeah.
that's. Let's not try and preempt. Oh, he would have been offside and whatnot. It literally, it's sometimes to the nth degree, and everyone gets caught up in like, oh, VAR is not working. But if they draw the line and you hit the luck of the draw, so to
Draw.
put it, then yeah, you win.
But
But anyway, Harry Maguire.
so, you know what? It's interesting that you say that, like, okay, if you scored the goal, it go to VR. But then we must remember which team we were playing against and what stadium we were playing at. So it
Four
definitely would
minutes
have
in,
counted
four
either way.
minutes in, and we had to
Look,
go for that
So,
one.
statistically,
Yeah.
statistically, we have had VAR go against us the second most times out of all Premier League clubs. Only Wolves has had it worse than us.
Mm.
The teams
and
that
why
had
was
it
the
go for
statistics brought to
them
you by
the
the
most,
Liverpool Echo?
the teams that had it go for them the most were the two Manchester clubs. So I'll leave that I'll leave that up to you guys.
It's almost like do as you please with that.
Yeah.
I trust your stats. I don't know where you pulled them, but from
I will
Fischl, he's
find the
saying
source.
he says it's Liverpool Echo. But
The
anyway,
Liverpool
uh,
data analyst.
Pull them out of his. Let me keep quiet.
but I think with if you're close to Wolves, because I think everyone is aware that Wolves must have fucked someone up at the VAR room because they always get the raw end of the stick.
Yeah, they do. They
But if
do.
you're
Yeah.
down there, I find it hard to believe. But I don't know, Tushla, you done with the assessment of your team?
No, look, I thought we were brilliant. After we conceded the first goal, their heads dropped quite a lot, and that's why I said these guys are playing like cowards all of a sudden, and I wasn't happy with that. But then after Salah scored the penalty, all of a sudden it was like, okay, um, somehow we're still in this, and they didn't stop. It wasn't like in the 7-0 where even when we went 2-3-4 down, Ten Hag still thought we can win this, and he kept attacking. Here it was we baited them and just kept on hitting them on the counter, and it kept on working. And I have to shout out Bruno because the guy was ridiculous yesterday. When X mentioned this before, he wanted a midfielder with control. That was one of
Mhm.
the first times that I saw Bruno Fernandes play with control, and we saw how good he was. He was dropping bodies like, I don't know. I haven't seen him do that. And you know what? Fair enough. He's been inconsistent, but that's the level that we saw him under Solskjaer. And I want to see more of that. And then to go to the other two midfielders, Menu and Igate, bro. Igate is ridiculous. Like
Mm.
the guy he wins the ball, and he's so press resistant that he doesn't care if there's 3 or 4 people pressing him at the same time. He's the one that in for that last attack, for that Maguire miss, he ran from your box back into our half. His back was facing the Liverpool goal, and on the half turn, he played a pass forward to, I don't know who it was,
Yeah.
42, but he was being pressed at the same time by 4 or 5 Liverpool players. If he mishit that, it's a 4-on-1 against Onana, which is a 4-on-0. You guys would have scored, it would have been 3-2. But that's the kind of quality we need. I'm happy with the performance, and I thought we should have won it. Look, there was a lot of decisions that went against us. Ahmad getting booked for excessive celebration is one of them. Maguire getting
No,
booked for
no, he
clear
asked for it.
tackle.
Let's be fair.
He,
Let's be fair. He
he
asked for
kicked
it.
the ball into the away end where our fans were.
No, no, it's not about that. It's about the act itself. So
Petulance.
let's take away which fans are there. It's that the act itself. The punishment
It's
was
not
more for the act
violent
than anything.
conduct. It's
No,
just
it's
it's
not.
petulance, and that's a yellow card.
But
Thank you.
you can't book that
He
for
treats
excessive
himself like a teen.
celebration.
He treats himself like a teen. He will get a yellow card like a teen.
I don't
Let's
think I
put
don't
facts
think
there.
there's such a thing as excessive celebration when you take the lead in a match, in
You
the biggest game
you
in
you
England.
should know a lot about excessive celebration. How many times has Mo Salah got booked for excessive celebration against United?
That's because
Yeah,
he
the
takes
only
his shirt off
excessive.
every time
Yeah,
he
I
because
will
scores a
he's
give
goal.
taking
you
his
a
shirt
clue.
Yeah,
off.
He's
It
taking
is
his shirt
more
off.
times than United have goals at Anfield.
no.
Ooh.
Shivar, Mr.
It
VAR,
is.
come on, let's
It
let's
is.
let's be fair. It's an
Yes,
But it
offense
is.
to go right ahead and take off your top. And it's
it
written, it's been
is.
written for the past like 5 seasons now. If he
Do you
For
still
know
most
does
of the
it,
why?
time.
Do you know
he's
why
acting
it's
more
an
petulant.
offense?
He's acting more
Do you know
petulant
why
than
it's an
Ahmad.
offense to take your top
Can
off,
I
by
give
the
my
way?
2 cents? Can I give my 2 cents on the game? Um,
Eh,
and this is on the back of the Newcastle game for United. And I think X, when you were giving the notes as in what the game was, I think everyone
mm,
forgot that it's a derby. And
yeah.
with the derby, guys, it's difficult to call. Liverpool's next game, I think next game or if not the following game, is a derby with Everton. Sean Dyche is like he's under pressure right now. And no one on Betway is going to go right ahead and say they're writing off Everton because a derby carries a different vibe to it. And the irritating part where Trushell says he's proper irritated, and I watched the manager's interview who he's proper also irritated, and in him being irritated, rightfully so, because it almost seems like for to get what's this to get United players to unite against the well to unite and defend the badge, they have to play derbies week in week out, which I find to be very stupid. So the only motivation that they have is when they know that oh it's a derby, we've got how many people watching and they need to get to a point where they're not motivated. They're going to be facing Stoke FC on a freaking wet Wednesday in the middle of January where Stoke is already relegated and they have to go right ahead and pull a 1-0 and defend, and that's that. This thing of only showing up for these high derby matches, that itself is an irritation. there's a theory that I have, and I meant to run this theory by you guys. I just forgot. Sorry, I'll ramble for like 30 more seconds. I like what your manager did, and remember, it's just a theory, and I don't know what you guys are going to think of it. Against Newcastle, he went and his middle was weak, where he had Cass and who's the other guy?
Ericsson.
And
Yes,
Ericsson. Yeah,
Ericsson. Yeah, Ericsson.
that was a statement to the board because that middle is currently on wages, probably close to about 500k, if not above 500k. If you can get rid of those two, and I don't think Cass is a squad player at United anymore for what he is earning per week. If you look at the Ugarte and Kobe partnership this past weekend, I said this, and I think Shivar, you took it personal that I was saying your Kobe is better than who's that boy that you have, Curtis
Jones.
Jones,
Curtis.
and non-existent Curtis Jones. I said Kobe is better than Curtis, and a lot of people agreed with me. The only difference is that Curtis is surrounded by brilliant players, so it can glass his inefficiencies with the other players that are a bit senior, and then tell him position with Kobe and Ugarte. Ugarte, you've got to find there. He's what you've been wanting, and he's exactly what United has been needing in the middle of that park. And this kid now Kobe needs to then take it to the next step. What the next step means for him, be it moving out of Man United and finding a better team with better players, that's another story for another day. The one thing that Liverpool and I think Slot has to go right ahead and take ownership and be accountable for. He knew for a fact the channel that was going to be used by United, but he decided not to threaten that channel. And now he's coming up with an excuse saying, well, Trent had to defend against two Portuguese starters. We also have a Portuguese who's a non-starter. Fuck off. We don't care. We didn't ask you if you've got a Portuguese as a non-starter or not. That's your team. Don't. He got that wrong. And if he's being honest, he put Trent to dry like a fucking piece of biltong. And now everyone is saying, well, Trent is distracted. He's thinking about Madrid. Guys, if you know for a fact that Madrid is looking and Madrid is going to be putting an offer, the worst thing you can do in a derby is to go right ahead and put up a bop performance. The only thing
Make
you're
David
doing
look like a
there,
competent footballer.
thank you.
That's what he did.
Like, I don't get this whole, oh, now he's distracted. He's not distracted. I'd understand if there was no one going for him, then you can say he's distracted because he's busy on he's busy on the phone with his agent. Hey, are there any offers coming in and whatnot? And there's a bid for 20 mil, I hear, that you guys have rejected. But don't put the poor kid out to dry like that. This has to sit with the manager. He got that wrong. And there was the avenue that Man United used, and it worked for them. That's that. That's my 2 cents about this game.
All right, Shiva, your turn, mate.
I both agree and disagree with Cikle. I agree that Kobe is better than Curtis. Like, I'm not going to sit here and deny that. But the player I would rather have in the way the current teams are set up is Curtis. And what you say about Trent, I disagree on that. I do agree that Slot got it wrong, and he shouldn't have played Konate because Konate just came back from injury, so he couldn't cover Trent like how he usually does. But everyone's been attacking us down that side, and we've been fine. We've had Joe Gomez there, he's mopped up. We've had Kwanzaa there, he struggled a bit, but he's mopped up. And Konate basically does the job of two center backs when he's there. Konate can go wide and cover Trent because he's got the best player in the world next to him. So it's not, it has been working for us tactically. What I don't agree with is, and why I wanted to mention Curtis was Trent's actual game. Trent was by far the worst player on the pitch. Like,
Yes.
it felt like we were playing with 10 men. And it's not because he was isolated. It was because he does have these games where he's just like mentally he's not in it. And the best way I can put this is Curtis was probably the second worst player on the pitch, but he tried. Like he never stopped
Third
running.
was
I would
Diaz.
actually say Robertson, who's we need to talk about Robertson. But anyway, Curtis still gave 100%. He was having a bad game, so I can come out and I can say
No,
Curtis Jones
man,
has had a
no.
bad
I
game.
hate he gave
No, but he
100%.
did.
No. Hold on,
Wait,
Shiva.
let me finish. Let me
He gave
finish. Let me finish.
100%. He
Let me
gave
finish. Let me
Let
finish.
he
him
Let me
gave
finish.
land.
his
Hold on.
100%. His 100% was shit.
It was. It was. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. But I'd rather have someone having a bad game and giving 100% because I can say, okay, he's had a bad game, but we can't put him in the next game because he's shown us enough that, okay, fine, he's had a bad game. He can now improve in the next game. Trent, however, just had a bad game. He didn't even try. Half the time, it looked like I don't know what he was trying to do. It looked like he wanted to be the star rather than just doing what he needs to do. I saw a stat. He attempted 8 long passes and he mishit 5 of them. And he lost possession 25 times. And he lost every single ground duel
Uh,
against Dallo.
Eish.
How you can be out here making Dallo look like prime Mycon? Okay,
But
and
guys,
I want to
I
go
think
back to the
Dallo.
Newcastle game because in the Newcastle game, you could see that Dallo was willing, right? He's always willing. He always wants the ball. But when he got the ball in the Newcastle game, he received it, he chopped back onto his right foot, and he played a backward pass or a sideways pass. But now when he's receiving the ball, he's running at Trent. Why? What's different? What vibe is Trent giving off that's giving this guy confidence?
Yes, he can.
Nguban.
I think this we get caught up in this. Oh, he gave 100%. It's 100% of nothing.
You missed
Sorry.
my entire point.
What's 100% of? Nah, I hear you. But honestly, I'd rather have a player who'll attempt those 8 passes, okay, and get 5 wrong, than a player who is there for I'm giving you my 100%, which is nothing. I'd really hope. I'd love for you to pull up the stats on pass completion that Curtis
I
had
can do
and what
that.
influence he had in the
Do
game.
that. I can
Yeah, do
promise
that.
you it was better than
Honestly,
Trent.
Trent is not my favorite player. Because I do feel the one thing that he's supposed to be
Yep.
doing, he's not good at,
Exactly.
which is defend. Going forward, he's brilliant. His passes, he pings them like you wouldn't believe. I love that about him. And the mere fact that he keeps on trying, even though it's not happening in the biggest game of the season so far for Liverpool, because this is a home derby for him. And then we move on to I've spoken about Kurt. I think is for me the most irritating part is Liverpool seem to have overhyped players that they're trying to shove down our throats. That this player is
So
good,
Curtis
and Curtis falls into that.
is 26 out of 29 pass completion.
That's not bad at all. But was he passing it forward or back?
It's not, but like
Yeah,
because
that's another
you
thing.
could
47 out of 63, which is 75%.
Uh,
Which tells me
That's-
that accurate long balls was 3. He had 8 failed. So yeah, 3 out of 13. I don't know how that's 8 failed. Anyway.
Nah, but he kept on trying. I love that about him.
Sidle, you have to you can't just say he kept on trying if it's the wrong decision to play the long ball. Why is he looking for the long ball to Diaz, who's got 2 defenders on him?
But what's his strength in whether he plays for England or whether he plays for Liverpool? It's pinging those passes.
But you have to ping.
He's good at those passes. That's his
But
strong point.
You can't
That's what
ping.
that's what
It's like okay. If you're playing cricket, right, and I am the best hook shot player in the world, or I can pull like Ricky Ponting, and someone's bowling a Yorker to you, are you going to rock back on your back foot and play a pull shot if someone is bowling a Yorker to you?
I'll blame my captain for knowing the strikers the batter's strength and yet still putting me on knowing my strength also. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I don't know. Say that again.
Okay, I would blame my captain for putting me on as the bowler to go against a batter who he knows what my strength is. I don't know if
Or
that,
your weakness.
or do I
Oh
need to
yeah, I
unpack
get
it?
what you mean, Sihle. I get
I'm
what
not
you mean.
understanding.
No, it's like
Thank you.
it's
I
yeah,
finished
it's
my.
like it's like you know from the batting analogy, um, like if let's say this batsman is better suited in facing CKN, why put CKN?
Why is the captain
Yeah,
putting me in that
knowing very
position?
well that
But
Hold on,
yeah,
I think
I'm
yeah.
making the opposite point here. What I'm saying is, you Sihle N are a bowler. You are the bowler who has the ball at the time, right?
mm,
I am a batsman and I can play a pull shot like Ricky Ponting, right?
mm.
You come and you bowl a Yorker to me, right? Should I play a pull shot to your Yorker?
So my argument is this: you don't. I don't know. Let me put it this way: when, as a sportsman, there are places that you can try out new things, and not when it's prime time and you only have 6 balls to showcase what you're good at. If my strength is bowling a Yorker, I
No,
will continue
but
at
you're
some
not.
point. Out of the
Your
6 balls
strength
that I have, I will
your
bowl it.
strength is not bowling a Yorker. As I said, you're just the bowler that has the ball at the time. There's nothing specific about you. My strength is playing a pull shot, right? But I see a Yorker coming. Do I then play a pull shot to a Yorker, or do I just go with a forward defensive?
Eish.
Yorker. I
I
hear
was
you.
So
like,
I
I'm
hear
a
you.
that's
bit
I
what
think we
Trent
can
did.
go on
confused.
about.
Instead of just playing it to
Mm,
McAllister, who was brilliant on the night, by the way, instead of just playing a 4-yard pass to McAllister and
mm.
letting him dictate play, he now wants to look for Diaz, who's alone up front,
Also was
who
having a shit game.
also was having a shit game. I think, yeah, Slot kind of got that one wrong. The biggest thing, and where I kind of disagree with Shishul, is when we went 2-1 up, at that point we should have sub Trent, because he was the one that kind of let you back into the game. And it wasn't just sloppy passes, it was also he was pushing too high up and he was allowing himself to get double teamed by Dallo and the midget. What's that guy's name again? Martinez. He basically he
2 centimeter.
fell
I
for the
think.
trap.
I
That's
think.
not how they
What,
you wrong for calling it that.
so when Salah stepped up for his best moment of the game,
Mm,
and taking
yeah,
the pin, you guys had the upper hand, and that's when I thought that Trent's
Yep.
game will change. In that it'll change for the positive, because now you've pinned them back. But I don't know whether when wait you scored the first, yeah, I don't know whether the Man United manager had a slapping contest with the guys, because they came out. I think the penalty like literally rallied Man United. I don't recall if the sliding tackles were before the second goal or after, but they had like some fire in their bellies, and I haven't seen this fire in a very very long time. It was good to watch. I was a neutral, and I didn't want Liverpool to win, neutral as I was. But seeing United actually step up to the plate, it was nice to see. But now the big question, and that's the one thing that irritates me about these guys, is
yeah,
consistency. Now the manager, the next game that you guys are playing, Man United, is against Arsenal.
yeah. FA Cup,
No,
isn't it?
I'm
FA
wrong.
Cup.
Am I wrong?
It's not FA
Yeah.
Oh,
Cup, then Southampton at home in the league.
So it's FA Cup.
okay. So you're playing
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal. Okay, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal is playing Newcastle tomorrow, and then they play you next. You've got these players are sitting right now at a very good position. There's good morale around the supporting fans. There are no bad news that I'm hearing coming out of the newspapers. The only things that are coming out is Xerxes might be going out. AC Milan is in
Rashford.
for Rashford, and those are positives. And there's excitement around the club. The next thing that they need to do right now is carry this form into Arsenal. Go in. Arsenal is also one of their biggest rivals. If they can put the same energy levels, I know it must be draining. If they can put the same energy levels against Arsenal, then whatever happens, whether they end 10 come end of the season, I think a lot of people that are affiliated with United are going to be proud. But that's the one thing, consistency, and they struggled
You know
with
what I
that.
think it is?
The manager also has the manager also has a difficult choice now. Does he go right ahead and rest these players that played over the weekend, or does he carry the same team and against
I see
Arsenal?
carried the same team.
Because he made the mistake. He made the mistake after winning against City, where he chopped and changed. He had like 5 or 6 changes for the next game, and he caught an L. Did he?
Yeah, we did against Bournemouth.
Yeah, this is after
3-0.
winning. Yeah, and then you went on that four game losing
Yep,
streak.
that's what. Yeah, you are right.
So now he needs to decide whether he keeps the same players, let them start. I think this is his best team.
Yeah, let's speak
What
on
I think
Salah.
the issue is,
sorry.
guys,
Okay, you can
before
go.
we go to Salah, what I think it is and why I think United did better is because they didn't have any pressure on them. They were expecting to get battered. And that's why they had that freedom and that confidence. Because if Dallo, maybe Dallo's not the best example to use, but
The
who's a good
midget.
example to use? Yeah, okay, fine. Let me use Martinez as the example. He makes that run.
Use Harry Maguire. Let's use Harry
I
Maguire.
didn't think Harry Maguire had a bad game, just
He
by the way.
didn't.
He was
I
good.
didn't think he was bad at all, but he has a tendency of turning up in these situations. And again, I'm going to go back to expectation. There was no expectation on them. Now for the Arsenal game, okay, there's a little bit more expectation on them, only because of what they did this week, but they'll probably put up a similar performance. Then against Southampton, now the expectation is for United to win. And that's when they crumble. That's
Yeah,
what
you are right.
that's just what, and it's probably, it's not, you can't say it's the manager because the same thing happened under Ten Hag.
Yeah, true.
No one expected you guys to win the League Cup. You won the League Cup. Now you're riding high, you're in your high wave. Rashford is apparently the best player in the world. And then what happens? You
For
get a
2
hiding.
minutes, yes.
Yeah.
Right? And then the next season,
Let's
you
talk about
go
your
up
GOAT.
and you win the FA Cup against Man City when everyone is expecting you to get a hiding again.
Yeah. Let's talk about your.
I think tools.
Yeah, let me
asked,
bring it up
about
again.
your GOAT.
Here it is.
He was fine. Like he didn't drop a stinker. He was fine. Like there's nothing really to write home about. He took his pen. He created some chances.
Yeah, the first chance was
McAllister,
phenomenal. That ball.
McAllister should have scored, but I feel like.
And then Onana.
That pass was
No.
brilliant.
I think
That pass,
that
bro.
guys. No.
What I
pass,
think,
bro.
what I think the
And-
problem
and
there was, I actually think
I'm off the-
McAllister caught it too sweetly.
too well. Yeah,
I feel like
he did.
if he mistimed it, we would have went in.
Yeah.
So I'm part of the
Of course,
goalkeepers
you're
union,
part of the
and I have to
goalkeepers
give it
union.
to Onana. Yeah, Onana, that was a brilliant save. Because the next person is going to tell you, oh, it hit his leg.
It hit his leg and
He
whatnot.
used his leg
No,
like
it did
David.
hit his leg.
Thank you.
I'm kind of in the middle here. It did hit his leg.
He saves
but
it. You
came
can actually
out,
see him
yes,
moving
he
his
came
leg.
out and he made himself big. He played the numbers like, I'm going to make myself as big as possible so that I can take up as much space as possible to increase the chance of the ball hitting me.
So let's give credit where credit is due. Onana had but even though I want to say he had a decent game, I'd give him a D. Reason being, the goal that was scored was on his near post, and that's an irritation. As a keeper, you should.
I disagree with this.
He should have saved that pen.
Save
The
everything.
pen.
Yeah, the
he should
pen,
have saved the pen.
He went over the
the
pen. No, the pen is a lot,
no.
man. He overcommitted, and it happens.
I watched
and
the
it
pen
went
back.
under him, and he's proper
I watched the
irritated.
pen back. He did overcommit. He went further than the pen was going.
No, because like whenever someone hits the pin, they always try to. The unsavable ones are the inside of the goalpost. Like if you hit it, those you can't save. So for him to spring that much, it's understandable, and for Salah to actually put it, I don't know whether Salah was that good.
I've seen
But
Salah take better
my
pens.
view on
I've
Salah's
seen him take
performance,
much better pens than those.
I've
That could
seen
have
him
been
take
a
much
very
worse
easy
yeah,
save.
But
yeah.
that seems like the type of pin that he does take lately, where he doesn't go too far to the corner. I don't know if he doesn't. I don't like he wasn't the pen taker at Roma, and he wasn't even the best pen taker for Liverpool under Klopp. He took it
Mm.
because he was a goal scorer.
Yeah,
I don't know if he just doesn't really trust his technique to always look for the corners. But if you look at his pens, it's never in the corner.
it's
He
never.
always goes with power.
Yep.
Mm.
It's like Lampard,
Yeah.
Yeah,
prime Lampard. Yeah.
look, it works, right?
Yeah, it works. It works. It works. I know as long as it works.
My rating on Salah's I, I was expecting him to feast because he's not far off Haaland's goal tally.
He's way ahead. He's on
But
18.
it
He's
just
on
didn't
18
happen.
goals, Salah,
He
bro.
kind of also had 3 men on him,
Yeah, yeah, 3 men. Like,
probably 2 men on
yeah,
him
Yeah, so that
at all
then
times.
that opens up 2 positions.
Because
Wait, where's Haaland if thing is on
Haaland is on like
EPL?
16, I think, or 15. Yeah.
how I knew you guys were playing very well was because it felt like you had an extra man on the pitch,
Oh yeah,
which
16.
No,
means
but
Yes.
you're
that
the one
3
who
at the
had the
back,
extra man on the pitch. He was the ref.
which
Forget
means that
about
3
that.
at the back really worked. And when you defended, you kind of defended with the back 4, but when you attacked, it was kind of like a back 3. So you were very good in that transition. Salah did kind of have 2 men on him at all times. I'm not going to count Dallo because he was more, just there to take Trent out the game, which he did.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Ugarte did have a game. I still think McAllister was absolutely immense that game. It's just whenever he progressed the ball, he progressed it, and then there was this wall of white that was just like a big full stop,
Mm,
which is why I say Maguire actually had a very good game.
Mm-hmm.
He
mm,
he actually looked like a
Yeah.
captain in that game.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree with you, Krizo, on Ugarte. I watched him because I think there's 2 camps within the United support where there are some that still have question marks around Ugarte, that think that he's a failed. Where was he before? He
PSG.
was he was League
If United fans have
Yeah.
question marks over Igate, they haven't been watching United. They haven't
Yeah.
been.
I think
Yeah, because I could tell they're
I think
like,
Ugarte is one of our key players because,
Yep.
and what I like about Ugarte as well is that he seems like he's someone who doesn't lack awareness. He understands
Mhm.
his role. He understands that my role is to break
Mm.
up play and pass to the next best player who can progress the ball. That's why next to
Yeah.
him, we really need a proper upgrade. You see that Edison guy, I was watching Inter and Atalanta, even though Atalanta lost to Inter, but like his attributes are better suited to play alongside Ugarte. And as well, what I like about Edison is that he can also drive with the ball.
Mhm.
He brings a different variation.
So then,
So even if you pass to him,
so what happens to
Yeah,
he has
Kobe
to,
then?
not
yeah,
drive
then he
the
has to
ball.
bench.
18. He can't be our
Yeah,
first choice. He's
exactly.
a
He has to
child.
bench. Yeah,
He has to
we
bench.
need
That's
depth.
not what they were saying
Ooh.
at the start of the
No,
season.
No,
At
no,
the
no.
start of
I
the
am
No,
season,
saying
I was
nah,
hearing
guys.
about
That's a
how
Yeah, but
Paul
that's a very
Scholes
dangerous
needs to
statement.
watch
dangerous.
out
since
and
day one.
all
It's
of
not
that.
dangerous though, Sitle. And you are benching. Don't you guys bench?
No, it
Don't
is
you guys
our
bench
gents. No,
Felix?
don't.
You guys bench Felix, don't you? You bench Nkunku.
No,
Nah,
but
bro.
no, guys, no.
We
I
need
think you're
depth.
missing the
We
point.
need depth in
X.
the team, and
This
we can get
kid.
a
No.
better midfielder. Because that Edison guy is better than Kobe, bro. Like I can tell you that Edison is better.
Then let him go. Let him
Nah,
go.
No,
Then
no,
But
no,
let
but
him.
no,
let
but
him
no,
you
go
no,
can't.
no,
to.
no.
He can't play 38 league games.
Thank
He
you,
just can't.
Shabab.
Yes.
Like, dude,
He
you
just
guys
can't.
And also,
sit there and
Sisha, you
watch.
must know
Because
who's
what
the
will
like,
happen
backup
to
I
him?
behind
don't
him.
think he's. I
It's
don't think he's
Mount.
a
No,
squad
no, no.
player.
But you can be a very good young player
Mm,
without playing 38 league games. The example I want to give is Phil Foden. We
yeah,
all know we could all see it, right? But he
yeah.
never started 3 games in a row up until maybe last season or the season before.
Are you gonna say Saka also?
Well,
Yeah, no,
Saka
no.
is actually the worst example.
Yeah, no, but no, Saka
I know,
eventually
right?
grew into it.
Nah, but
That was more out of
that injury sits on the manager's. Yeah, the manager has to answer
Yeah.
for that. That injury. I think we've been saying for the past 3 months that Saka is going to pick up an injury, and not that we are fortune tellers, but we could.
we
Everyone
have
could see
common
that.
sense.
But no, guys, I don't. Oh, what? Common sense doesn't exist in Arteta land.
Here's what I'm saying, and I agree with Crizo. He's a cam.
Hey, Krizo is not
He's
on
a
that.
cam.
Krizo is not on that
He's a
festive
cam.
wine. He's not on that
He's
festive
a
wine, and he's making
cam.
sense.
You just don't want your boy to
as a
be
Nah, let me
cam in
replaced.
get-
You
this
see,
I
setup.
don't think
he
he's a cam.
can.
You
He
can't
I'll
play
is.
tell
him
you
as a
why I
cam in
don't
this
think he's a
setup,
cam,
X.
X.
He's a cam.
Because
he can
I
play on
don't
the
think
half
he's a
turn.
cam because he doesn't have the raw pace, and I don't know how good he is with his back to goal.
He's
He's
very
very
good.
good on the
Okay,
half turn.
wait.
Yeah.
Very good on the half turn,
Let me
but
just stop you there. Kobe is fast. It's just he's tall, so it doesn't look like he's running fast. It's like that
He's like
Pogba thing.
Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're tall and the way
And
they run, they
Bolt.
are
And
fast.
Bolt
But
as well.
also, Mainu's best trait is getting the ball and carrying
Wait,
it
wait.
forward.
Did you say Bolt?
Bolt
Like a
doesn't
man who
look
can
quick though.
pull a
But Bolt doesn't look
9.600.
quick. He's not. He doesn't look quick though. When you watch him,
Wait, is this
he
Bolt
doesn't
on
look
like chicken
quick,
wings?
though. He doesn't look
I
quick.
No,
I
is this
He's
Bolt
understand
only
the
on chicken
200.
Pogba
wings?
comparison,
Yeah.
but Bolt X. You know why Bolt doesn't look quick? It's because
it's
by the
'cause of-
time you look at him, he's already there. That's why he doesn't
Yeah.
look quick.
It's because of his long stride, bro. He's got, there's a difference between a taller sprinter, a tall sprinter, and a short one. The shorter one looks blitz, but tall one, dog, them strides, dude.
Like Pogba.
It's
Pogba's
there.
probably the best example because he
Yeah.
just looks lazy, but somehow he gets there first.
Yeah. Okay, Audacious
But yeah, I'm
says
sorry, I
Kobe's
don't
not
see pace
tall.
in Kobe.
No,
I
Kobe
don't
is
see
tall. He's
pace.
like 6'1".
Yeah.
I think FIFA made his height a little bit short, but he is tall. Kobe is tall.
He is.
But can we? I think there's a player that there's two players from United that I'd like to highlight. Actually, three players. One is Harry Maguire. That contract extension, brilliant timing. The man was walking with an S on his chest, like he is the captain that he used to be. I like that. He had fire in him. So good timing on giving him the contract, that extension. And then you've got your wing players, Dalo and Maz. Dalo, I've always liked Dalo. And I feel sometimes he gets very misunderstood as to where to position him, whether to have
He
him on
has
the
to be on the
left or
right.
have him on the
He's
right.
best on the
And
right, dude. That's where he's comfortable at. It's just that on the left we don't have.
which is why I'm
quality,
saying,
bro. Hence this Nuno Mendes.
yeah, which is why I'm
guy
saying
is
it makes
key.
it. Which is why I'm saying it makes it very difficult, as in which because you put him where he needs to be, and he tries his best. I think he had a very decent game, given the games that he's had. He's good. He showed up when the team needed him. And then Mizraoui killed me because he had a little shibobo, that nutmeg with Diaz, and that nutmeg like literally took Diaz out of the game, the whole game, because I don't remember what Diaz did. He was all over he was like all over, but no output.
Yeah.
So
Nah, he's one of the good
amazing.
signings.
Yeah, he's a dope.
Which makes it even more frustrating that you guys have good players.
No, in certain positions.
But these
in certain
players-
positions we have good players.
You see,
Which
Fisher,
position
the
don't
thing
you
is
have a
with
good
our
player?
team is we have good players, but then it's the other players that have this bozo gene in them, where like they're just. It's also an IQ thing. Some of these guys are like,
Yeah, thank you,
thick.
bro.
They are
Yeah.
not proper footballers. So we need to sign.
I was surprised
high
why
IQ ballers.
Rasmus.
X has been preaching that since my first
We need-
time on the show.
Yeah, we need high IQ. Bro, these guys need to do aptitude tests and shit, bro, before we sign them, bro. I'm
Yes.
for real. Like how when you get a job, especially, like consultancy roles, we need to grill these guys. We have to see what the psyche is, bro. Because
But I was waiting for Rasmus to change his footwear because he kept on sliding
does that all
everywhere
the
like he was
time,
playing
guys.
with
like
ice rink.
Rasmus, bro, was awful as per usual, bro. Like even when he was 1-on-1, I wasn't even standing. You know, usually
He just
when
he
you
he,
know
he
you,
passed it to Allison.
that was too easy. And he was
I
meant to
know.
go low, bruh. He was meant to go low. He's on his favorite foot. I don't know why he doesn't go low and hard.
So Michael Owen, look, I can't believe I'm quoting Michael Owen, but
Yeah,
he
he's
does
a
know a thing or
legend.
two about goal scoring. He's not our
Yeah,
legend.
he is.
He's a Premier League legend. Anyway, um,
Yeah,
Are you disowning him
yeah.
now?
we never
What?
owned him.
Oh, now that you've got a new toy in the Egyptian
We
Queen, oh sorry,
never
Yeah.
owned
Egyptian
him.
King.
Don't be bitter because he lodged you guys. Anyway, well, what I'm trying to say is Michael Owen said if you're a striker and you're in that position,
Hmm.
you have two options. You know the keeper's going to make himself as big as possible, like what Onana did to McAllister. So you try to go either through the legs or you go hard into the top corner, right? If you're on your stronger foot, you go through the legs. If you're not on your stronger foot, you go hard into the top corner, right? But what this dude did was basically none of that. He basically just said, I need to get this on target.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys have been watching Ipswich games. They've got a striker there. His name is Delap.
Yeah,
Fucking
you see,
hell.
that's a
Yes, yes, yes,
guy.
yes, yes,
You
yes.
see, the lap,
Yes,
the
yes,
lap.
yes,
The
yes,
thing
yes,
is
yes.
that he's from City's
City.
academy. City's
Mm.
academy is like there's those
Yes,
schools
yes.
that are known for rugby. Like Afis, Waterkloof.
And who did you post? Who did you post about the schools that are known for
You see,
cricket?
St. Stithians per se. There are schools that are known for specific sport, and I just feel
Just a
City
shout out,
are
my high school currently
yeah.
has one Springbok and one Protea. So just a
100%. You see
shout
what
out.
I'm saying? Jesse
Just a shout
Creel
out.
and Kevin Peterson, who is a legendary cricketer.
David Miller.
Oh, and Miller as well. Yeah. So you got two cricketers because Kevin Peterson was phenomenal in his days
Mhm.
as well for England.
I think
Yeah.
Rasmus thinks that he is what the player and the attributes that Delap
Mm.
is, because his holder play is fucking brilliant. Delap does one thing and does two things
Mhm.
very
Oh
well. One,
man,
he holds the ball. He
this
doesn't have a
Jonathan
skill.
David thing is
Hold on, hold
no,
on, hold
no.
on, hold on.
No, go sit there. Go sit there.
So Delap does two things brilliantly. One, he's
Yeah.
holder play, and he's not about trickery and whatnot. And then the minute that he sees the goalpost, he has a
Mhm.
freaking shot in him. And 8 out of 10 times he gets it on target. Then it's up to the keeper to make a save. And Rasmus doesn't. I don't know his shooting abilities. So he can't
Yeah.
hold up play, and his shooting is question. So what does he bring to the
Jack
team
shit.
then?
That's what he brings. Like it's another Ten Hag.
When he first joined, he looked like a threat. He looked like a fox in the box. But
When he had
now, I didn't see it yesterday, right? Like yesterday, he looked like someone who was just going through the motions.
yeah,
Yeah.
and with someone who's going through the motions, they're not as confident,
Yeah.
and that's what happened also with that Harry Maguire
Maguire.
miss, not on Harry but on Xerxes.
Oh,
Xerxes as a striker gets the ball in that position, or as an attacking player gets the ball in that position, and you know what he does? He takes the responsibility and he
nah.
gives it to
But
Maguire. I
Maguire's
get
in
it.
a
Hold
better
on, hold on.
position, though.
Yeah.
And you know who caused this? It is you, the both of you
What
that
did
are
we
up
do?
here, because you went and booed the boy 30 minutes into the game, and he had to be taken out. So the boy is not confident anymore.
There, come
I
on.
would have had to take.
Nah.
That's
I
just
made the
my
right
2
decision,
cents.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I just
He
think
made
his
the right
ball.
decision.
I just think the pass he played, the ball bubbled. That's why it hit
Yeah,
Maguire's
the
chin.
ball bubbled when it
You
went.
see,
Well,
if
it
it
was
was an
snowy.
attacker in that position, then I think the attacker would have most probably taken a
Had the
chance. If it was
technique. Yeah.
exactly,
Or
so
or if
yeah,
the pass was played by anyone trained in Spain or ever visited Spain in their life,
100%.
because they just
Yeah,
have that spin on the ball where it doesn't
dude,
bubble.
it doesn't bubble, where it's just flat. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And then Harry Maguire missed out on signing a 4-year extension in 1 week. But anyway.
nah. You need to calm down with this 4-year extension nonsense, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
guys, like I got my eye
You
on
could
this
have
WhatsApp feud.
Yeah, me too. I see
Pulled
it
out
now.
a measuring tape.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, they
literally-
measured him. There's a video
Organs
of it.
fighting,
Look,
son.
everyone's gonna look short when you're standing next to Gravenberch. Gravenberch is like 6'4", 6'5". You're gonna look small compared to him.
Yeah, I know Gravenberch is tall. Yeah, he's very tall. Very tall. Yeah.
He also, I was expecting more from him in this game, and he
That
didn't show up. But yeah, I think for the neutral, the second half is what we asked for. That's the game that we
Yeah.
asked for. It lacked quality, but it was like a basketball game where it was back and forth, and I think that's what we signed up for. I loved it to bits, and I saw some publications saying that it's the best game of the
No.
season. Only the 45 minutes were entertaining. The
I
first
thought the whole
45 was
game
shit.
was a pretty
Um,
good game,
the-
to
I
be
think it
fair.
was a pretty
It
But
was
you know
like
what?
an 8 out of 10 game for the neutrals,
Oh,
definitely.
quite weird.
The
We're
thing
talking
is,
about
right?
40. We're talking about 45 minutes, and on the 45th minute. Wow. Okay.
The
Sorry,
thing
I
is,
just noticed that now. The first half was a team who it wasn't
I
what we
know
wanted.
that it
We
wasn't a
wanted
good game
goals
because I
from
saw
Liverpool.
I've been watching my team play the whole season, and we're a lot better than that. That was probably our worst performance of the season. Maybe we did have a Champions League game where we were not great either. It is either one of those two that's our worst performance of the season. So that's why to me that was not a good game. Having said that, I still think we should have won that game. We had chances, and we should have been 2-0 up before you guys scored your first goal.
But as well, is it because of the weather as well, Shiva? Do you think maybe the weather also played a huge role? Because
No, no, no.
see, I
I
would have struggled if I played in
uh,
those conditions. Oh my days. I would have
well,
been subbed
yeah,
off
but
after 30.
these
I would
guys
have been like
live there. These guys live there. It's not,
Wait,
and
sorry.
we don't have someone who
Had
just came in
Xerxes.
from Spain. Everyone's been there for at least a year. So that's not an excuse. If Chiesa turned up and he played badly, then I can say, okay, this is your first winter in England, fine. But no, these guys have been there. So no, that for me, that's not an
Nah,
excuse.
Chiesa for you right now. It doesn't matter the season. He's shit.
He's not
Yeah,
shit. He
I
just
hear you,
hasn't
Tato.
played.
I was
Yeah, he just
honestly.
hasn't played, guys. Come on, Chiesa, dude. Chiesa was
Ah,
phenomenal for you, man.
he's decent for Italy. He's decent for Italy when you watch him in the Euros. But yeah, for your team, I don't know what he offers. Yeah, I hear you. But as a striker, there's a level of selfishness that you have to have. If you are that, I don't know. It's that selfishness takes it elevates you from like the average strikers to being like what you're paid for. Because end of the day, you're paid
But
to deliver
Nguvan,
goals. Salah is not a striker. Salah is a winger who's got a tremendous eye for goal. And look at his
His
assists
passing
also.
ability has
So
improved
he's a
drastically. Hey,
yeah.
Salah this season. For me, this is the best Salah, in my opinion.
this is the
All
second best
round.
player in the world, and
Yeah, it's
the
his farewell. It's his
second
farewell
best right
thingy.
winger of all time, second only to Leo Messi.
Hey.
Hey, that's some good company right there, eh?
So Salah is actually on for now to get 30 goals and 30 assists in a single season.
That
Only
is
Leo Messi has done it
crazy.
before.
No, you see with me, even if he gets
And
20,
Mercy
because even if
and
he breaks Thierry Henry's record of 20, that is an
2020.
achievement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's huge.
that is an
That's huge.
achievement on
He's
a
already
higher level.
he's equaled Thierry on goals
Which is
in the league.
crazy, dude. Yo,
I don't know if you guys are wanting to speak on Arsenal. Because
you see, you guys,
I
sit
think
there and everyone is
there's a
agreeing with us
conversation
with
there.
the Zirkzee pass, bro. Everyone. So
The thing is, Nguban, he was not in
Nah, but
front of
yeah,
the goal. He was to the side. Maguire had a much like
yo, much
this is
better,
not oh
bro.
I have a decent chance, but this guy has a better chance. It's I have a
okay.
I have a shot on,
I
but
take
this
it
guy
back.
has like an
I
open
take
goal.
it.
Open
It
goal,
was the right
bro.
decision.
Yeah.
I take it back. I apologize. Xerxes has got all the confidence in the world right now. Man United
This
fans
guy,
love him to
though.
bits. And he's
This
going to finish
guy,
with 30
guys.
goals this season. I apologize. Keyboard Warriors, don't attack me,
He also got his
Xerxes.
natural hair
But
back,
I do
right?
feel he should have.
Garnacho. He's
His
like his
what?
natural hair colors.
Yeah, plus his girlfriend left him. Yeah, because his girlfriend left him. Poor guy. Yeah, let's talk about Arsenal, guys.
Yeah. Gunners.
I watched
Gunners.
that game.
I
also
watched them
watched that game.
against.
They went 1-0 up.
There's
No,
nothing
you know what
there.
their problem is? They went from playing attractive football last year, and last year they played good football, but they lacked that steel, right? So what
Yes.
they should have
Now
done,
they've traded
yes,
in
what they
that.
should have done was add the steal and keep what you have. What they actually did was they're like, okay, here's my nice, attractive football. I'm just going to throw it away. And now I've got the steal. Now they have steal. No one's going to deny that they have steal. But you can't go 1-0 up and then say, okay, I'm going to park the bus now for 70 minutes.
Double-decker bus,
Head
and
break
then
up,
they
guys.
start
Like,
doing this dark
yeah,
art.
and okay, firstly, can we all agree that that was a penalty?
Thank you.
Like, there's no, like,
My personal view on that is the penalty was caused by Gabriel. If you watch the game, you saw that he actually pulled Zhao's hand to the left. So by the time that Zhao went for the ball, he was already like a split second late, and then Salibi went for the ball. There was a pen.
I think okay, when I watched it live, the commentator was busy losing his marbles and going on about dangerous play and all of that. No, it was not dangerous play.
No,
It was a
no.
fair, like, it was a 50-50. He had every right to go for the ball in the manner that he did. It's just he headbutted the oak, which is a foul,
Yeah.
so it's a penalty.
Thank you.
No yellow card, no red card,
No, it
nothing
was
more than that. It is a
That
pen.
was rugby.
End of
If
story.
that was rugby,
it was a split
if that
second
was
late.
rugby, it would have been
No, that's
an Orlando Pirates.
the defender was a split second late. Yeah, the defender was a split second late, and it happens. It's a contact sport. He saw the ball, and yeah, he tried to go for it, and he was he was late, and that's that. It's a pen. It ends there. But on Arsenal's play, I think the play was get the goal as early as possible, park the bus, they attack you, and then hopefully get a second one to kill the game off. And I watched them. I watched Party. I watched what was the other guy that we gave them? Fuck, I forgot his name now. The Italian guy.
Jorginho.
Yes. Here's a
Jorginho, yeah.
question, and I asked this in the group as well. How can you start Party, Jorginho, Marino, and Rice?
That tells you what that tells you what the play
Park
was.
the bus. That's you. They're all CDMs.
That's
dude.
4 CDMs.
Yeah.
Let's not
4
take the piss there.
CDMs.
That's 4 CDMs.
And then Brighton have this kid. I don't know where Brighton
Which
gets
one?
the
Baleba.
recruiters and whatnot. Let me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Baleba is a
Yes.
baller.
Yes.
You see, that's also another guy.
I watch this kid. I'm like, hey, this kid is playing like he's been in the senior team for a very
Guys,
long time.
okay, we have to also be honest here. Brighton were really bad that game. Like a Dingra. Oh
Yes.
my
Yeah.
god.
He's got his moments, that one. Hey,
No,
he's
he
got his
does.
moments.
He does, but he didn't have any moments that day.
Yeah.
They took him off and they brought on Minter. And
Yeah.
Minter actually wanted to run at players, and that kind of put Arsenal back. And that's when they started gaining momentum. They also
Yeah.
made another sub. I think they changed their midfield. I don't remember what it was, but the guy that came on progressed the ball a little bit better. It looked like they started with their B team and they subbed on their first team. I don't really watch them that much, but just judging by how the game went, that's what it looked like. And João Pedro is what's the word I'm looking for? He's a sneakishly good player where he's actually better than you think he is.
I think he's having an off season this season. I liked him the season prior. He showed signs, and then they had this kid. What's his name? Ferguson. I think it's Ferguson. So you had Zhao, and then you had Ferguson up front for Brighton, and they were banging in those goals. Right now, I think he's coming back off an injury. It was a long-term injury. He's not firing at 100%. I think
But you can see the talent is still there.
Yeah.
Like that's why I say he's sneakishly good, because you just feel like he can do something.
Yep.
How would I set up for Arsenal? Well, I would have only played, if I played Jorginho, I would have played one of Rice and Marino, and I would have had Odegaard at the 10. That's how I would have.
Odegaard is he only had like 25 minutes in him.
Or
and
Havertz. or even drop Jesus back.
I don't
would
think
not have
Havertz
gone.
was available. Yeah,
Was
Havertz
it?
wasn't
Oh
Yeah, no,
available.
yes,
no, it's
Havertz was
not.
sick.
It's
Hmm.
yeah.
He's sick. So okay. I know this
Skinny.
question wasn't for me. It's for Shivar. I
Mhm.
struggle with this. Ateta has been at the club for 5 years. Ateta has spent north of 700 million, and we're still having a conversation about the bench. Nah, I'm
See what I'm
sorry.
saying? It's not
Ah,
they just didn't recruit
apologies.
correctly.
Nah, I think you
The
guys are
recruitment
apologists for
has
these managers. You allow these managers to get away with murder. If
mm,
right now Chelsea has spent over a billion, and right now if we're gonna have an argument about, oh no, our bench is weak, that tells me that there's something we did
it's
wrong along the way.
mismanagement. Yeah,
Where I
And
agree with you, Sile, is you've got
5 years,
Odegaard there to be your number 10,
mm,
but now you've let Vieira go, you've
you've
sold
let
mm,
Smith
Smith
Rowe,
Rowe, yeah.
and you bought a defensive midfielder.
hi.
And then the other person who contributes the most with your assists is out injured because you've decided as a manager that you're winning the game at 3-0. I can't remember the game that Arsenal played, and they were winning 3-0. It was a Champions League game, and he did not take out Saka.
Mm,
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this. I'm like, yo, this can backfire quickly. You're 3-0 up. I know Champions League matches are weird in that it's never over until the fat lady sings, especially if you're playing Madrid. But there has to be a level of managing these players, which is something that we've spoken on. So I don't know, Tato B, if you are wanting to comment. I'll just give you two things, which I've given. He's been there 5 years. He celebrated his fifth year a couple of weeks ago. Spent north of 700 million, and we're still
Don't have a
apologizing for
backup
a
for
bench.
Odegaard.
mm,
But also, like with Saka, it's also common sense, right? Because we saw this happen with Pedri as well, where he
mm.
just played too many games at a young age.
Yep. Mm. But another thing
And
is,
he was
guys,
probably
yeah,
the best midfielder in the world at that time, but now can't string a run of games together.
yeah, you are right. And even Atu Fati as well. Atu Fati
Mhm.
was, yeah,
Yeah,
Never the
that
same.
was sad.
Mm.
But
Pachi.
another thing is, guys, I
Pachi was
always
the
say,
one. Pachi
yeah,
was the one.
yeah. But another thing is, just to add my 2 cents to this discussion, is I don't like it when teams are heavily reliant on individual players. I
Yeah,
get it's good to have game winners, but can 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 we? It's like I look at Chelsea for one.
He
If
did
Cole
miss his
Palmer
injury.
would, yeah, he did. Yeah, Minte did. If Cole Palmer would be injured, Sinclair, and I don't think you'd be panicking on your end. There wouldn't be
well, right
much
now,
panic.
yeah,
Well,
right
of
now,
course, your form right now, yeah, your form ain't great, but the guy who was on the bench for Cole, the gap between Cole Palmer and him is not significant. It's
yeah.
not day and night,
Now, yeah,
The
you
thing
yeah,
is,
know.
very true.
I see everything going through Cole Palmer. Like
Mm,
Jackson's been doing well this season, but if you guys
yeah,
had a competent striker, that guy would have more goals than Haaland this season.
yep,
Yep.
Because Cole just literally
definitely.
puts it on a plate.
Mm.
Well, you look at Sancho. I don't know if you guys saw Sancho's goal
Woo,
assist
woo.
this past
Mm.
weekend.
That
Me,
dummy,
Um,
bro.
me,
That dummy.
uh,
Hey, listen
me,
to
me. Bang average player, bang average team.
listen to this guy. That was a good assist, bro. That was a solid assist, bro.
I
Good
never
so
game.
saw
the
him
problem
run that fast in my life. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know what they're
problem with
feeling there, Chelsea. Look, if he's happy, I'm happy. Fuck him.
the fucking the problem with haters is they would
Yeah,
hate anything even if it's positive. Like that was beautiful. Let's just give credit where credit is due. Chelsea
yeah.
is not doing great, but that assist was a
Mm,
brilliant one. We
yeah.
can say we needed I think
Yeah,
this was said, like I haven't read the whole thing. That
yeah.
first line was said before the season started, before the window closed,
Yep.
where
Mm,
you could go into the market and dabble and try to construct it, but you decided nope. Okay,
That line was also said before they spent 60 million on Havertz.
Mhm.
and
mm.
we fleeced
They've
them there.
needed a striker since they let go of
You're
Lacazette,
fleecing
basically.
so many people.
Ayo, these guys fleece so
You're,
many
you're the
people,
kings
bro.
of fleecing people.
Nah, it's a fool and his gold. But yeah, giving double-digit features. Um, but
We
we
just
just
need to
need.
get, yeah.
Okay, so right now, okay, I'm going to paint a picture for Arsenal, okay, and it's an overspend, like a proper overspend, but it's an overspend that you need because you've got yourself in this position. Take 125 million, give it to Newcastle for that Swiss player that they've got in Isak,
Oof.
Nah, he's
and
class.
watch.
Yeah, he's class. Yo, Isak
So
is,
it's an
I don't
overspend.
understand how he can move his feet so quickly.
Yeah.
dude.
Uh,
And
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 even
you can.
he's that tall. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to be that tall, that fast, and that good on the ball.
well,
It's like
agile,
or
and that
agile.
agile.
agile. It's
But
not
Yeah.
supposed to work like
I,
that.
I spoke to our Newcastle supporting friend at work, and he says he does have some injury issues. And the reason is because he's
Take the
that big, that
chance.
fast, and that agile. The only player, I've said this before, the only player who can have that size, that pace, and that agility and not have injury issues is Ronaldo. Literally
It's, yeah.
everyone else,
And Ronaldo did
besides
have his injury issues.
Yeah,
Ronaldo
it
did.
did. It did.
Cristiano and Arna. Well, they
Yaya
all
Toure,
had
Yaya
injury.
Toure for me comes
yeah,
to
Torre
mind.
he had his in, but he also wasn't really that agile.
No, but look,
He
once it
had
gets
the
going,
skills, but
once he
Yeah.
was like a
yeah, but you
gazelle.
see,
Once he gets
he had
going,
he had to get going. He was not just out of the blocks like Ronaldo was.
Tato, you
yeah.
can go for Vlahovic. Take him. Take him.
Yeah.
Take
Me
Vlahovic.
too. I
Take
don't
him.
want Vlahovic, bro. Take Vlahovic.
Take
So
Vlahovic.
Yeah.
honestly, at that, once you are at that rate, like if I were Arsenal right now, I would go right ahead and go speak with Newcastle and say, yo guys, we only have 130. There you go.
Only.
Let's take only 130. And that's it. He's proven in the EPL that he can bang them. And right now, if you partner him with Odegaard and you partner him with Saka on the left, and you partner him with whoever is on the right, I don't rate whoever is that side. He's
That's a
gonna give you
talent,
20 goals.
okay?
He's gonna give
That's
you 20
that's a
goals.
talent. That's a
Yeah.
skill. Like I felt that about Solskjaer. He just, for some reason, I felt like the defender should have done a better job marking him. But at some
But
point,
they
you got to
can't.
admit that this guy is good at finding space.
And putting himself in positions where, yeah, that
So
are favorable
uh,
for them.
it goes with the reason why I love the January transfer is it's a disruptor of note because a lot of teams have been burned with transfers that are made.
Hey, we have a visitor.
We have a visit.
A
That
lot
needs
of
to happen more
teams.
often. When CJ's
Yeah.
talking shit again, we need the dog to come.
Yeah, exactly. And be like, hey, chief.
Hey, dude, just yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of teams have been burnt by the January transfer. Okay, because it's one of those where you need someone who is going to literally come. He's not going to need time to settle in the team. It's someone who's going to just like come in and like bang the goals if you're getting a
Yeah. Hit the
striker.
ground
Okay,
running. Yeah.
which and the other disruptor is looking at Liverpool. I've just thought about it now with the 20 million that's been offered for Trent. In that, do you let him walk for free in 4 months or do you take the 20 bar?
If the position that we are in, we let him walk for free.
Which is the
Yeah.
same for it. Which is the same for Arsenal. In that, do they take the chance
They have
and
to take the
go
chance.
the rest of
Didn't
the
we have
rest of the
this discussion
season?
last season? I
Yeah,
feel like we had
they
this
go.
discussion in Jan last year where I asked the question, if you're Arsenal, do you take the gamble? And I think we were talking about, who is the striker that we were talking about? I think we were
Which
talking
one?
about Vlahovic.
Yep.
Vlahovic.
No, at
And
that point, Vlahovic was prolific. He was scoring
yes,
for me.
Yeah.
and the
I don't know
question I
why.
asked, it was exactly what you're asking now. And I think the answer is yes, you take the chance. You have to take the chance.
You have to, bro.
Honestly, 100. They must stop being cheap. They are. If you're not playing that in that top tier where you're now pushing teams in front of you that have like a 8 point gap, you need to start rolling the dice. And I think the dice is Isak for 130 million. I don't know how much Newcastle value him for, because I think he can give them Champions League, but I'd say it's worth a shot. Don't be cheap. Okay, go 140. But I think what's the difference?
They
What's a
want
10 mil
150.
difference?
They want
But
150.
so then they must just go 140 million, get it
No,
over and
man,
done
you
with.
can't be spending 150 million on an
Exactly.
E-class striker, man. That's
Nah.
ridiculous.
But
Especially
they've
in
got
this day
themselves.
and
They've
age.
got themselves in this position.
So at some point this season, I said that Isak was the second best striker in the league. I was very wrong. He is the best striker in the league.
Better than Haaland. No, it is facts. I agree with Shavar. We've seen Haaland's deficiencies, bro. We've
Yep.
seen them. You know, that losing streak just showed his deficiencies. You know, that Mike has been
Fact that he
talking
only
about.
passed the ball twice or something in our half when we played them. Something ridiculous.
Yeah. It's,
And one came from the kickoff.
you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right, Shavar, man. I'm with you on that. And I mean,
But
that
they've-
position as well is dying out anyway. Strikers are few and far in between now.
Yep.
There's not a lot of quality out there.
But
I
also,
don't-
he's
I
not
don't
just a
think they
pure
can
striker.
afford.
He can drop off and play with the midfielders if you need him to. He can get
Yeah.
involved in
Someone
the game.
like Kane would have
He can
been
play on the wing as well,
United.
Shavar.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
his goal against Everton where he sliced and diced everyone, bruh, and then just squared it. You know, like he can do something. You know, he's not necessarily reliant on service. He can pick up the ball from deep and run with it and drive with it and play quality passes as well. I mean, he's also got a lot of assists this season as well.
So how much?
He's
How
a
much is gonna? How
very
much
high
is?
IQ baller.
Yeah,
How much is?
high
How much is Vlahovic gonna cost them? Let's say what? 80, 90
I
million.
think
is that-
Juventus will pay Arsenal to take Vlahovic.
Yeah, the
His
thing is
form
that he's
has
on
been
he's on a lot
crazy.
of money, guys. The thing is that he's on a lot of money.
And I think
Vlahovic.
tax
Right
was
now-
differently in
in
Italy.
Italy. Yeah, and I showed you
Yeah.
guys Juve's wage, bro. It's a lot, bro. He's on like 300
Right now,
per bag.
they what Arsenal needs is a proven EPL striker. And the only one that I can think of right now that is right up there that can
Rasmus
give
Højlund.
them quick goals is Isak.
Tato, would you take Højlund for 40 million? If you're
Yeah. If he's still, yeah, we'll give you Højlund, man. Hey. Yes,
I
because we
love
also another
Højlund, and I think the
Uh,
talent is there, but
Yeah, he just
I've
posted
seen
something,
Højlund
and
position-
it's very interesting. Let's see what he says.
position is not
okay,
there.
let's check with this.
We can get two better wingers with that 150.
Yeah.
This
But
guy.
you don't need
okay.
wingers. You have Martinelli
Yeah,
and
it's-
Saka.
Yeah.
Striker.
And
You
the kid is
need a
good.
striker.
The kid is good. He didn't have a very good game against Brighton. He did score the goal, which sounds counterproductive, but aside from his goal, I didn't think he was that great. What's his name?
Oh,
But
that's
like
yeah.
there's a
He's
there's a
injured now.
player there. There is
Yeah,
definitely
he's
a
injured
player
now.
there. Yes.
Nwaneri.
Nwaneri.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's more
Yeah.
a cam than a winger.
Is he? A
Yeah, it
cam?
was just chucked in there. But like,
He's a
is
kid.
this guy like? You're making me lose respect now. Rodrigo could be sold one day. Oh, okay. Until that day, you're not gonna win the league.
Nah.
Even
They won't
that
sell
day.
Rodrigo. They will
Yeah, they
never
won't
sell
sell.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo's nice, bro. Rodrigo's
sell
is
The
nice.
only
bruh.
reason Rodrigo is not thought of as upper echelon world class is because of Vinicius, Mbappe, and Bellingham.
For
Yeah, that's
me, I
upper
think he's
echelon.
up.
So he's
I
below
think,
them.
I think he's up there, bro. Yo,
He is.
Rodrigo
Rodrigo is
can
amazing.
play. His
Rodrigo
dribbling,
is amazing.
his decision making. He doesn't give away the ball, bruh. He
He's-
seldomly
he's
gives away the
calm.
ball.
He's got
Very
the calm.
calm.
Bangladeshi winger.
Very. Yeah. Should we, in closing, speak about your club, Sitlane? Because I do see we well over an hour.
Sorry, before
Yeah.
we go to Silte, someone asked a question about what do we do when Trent leaves. I think Connor Bradley's not yet, but he will be an amazing right back. He will basically
Yeah.
be what Prime Robertson
Two
was.
different,
and
two different.
yeah,
Mm.
and
Two
Joe
different
Gomez,
types of players.
when he's fit, is more than,
Mm.
not even more than capable. Joe Gomez, when he's fit, is a damn good right back as well. So I think
I
we're
wouldn't be
okay.
surprised if you all go for Frimpong. I know he's more of a right
Nah.
attacker than a right back, but
Nah.
plays
I
a
was
similar style.
actually going to say Dumfries. Dumfries is
Genza.
probably more of what we need, but I wouldn't be surprised if we instead get another centre back and another left back, because Robbo is it. I said this about Jordan Henderson, and I didn't want to say it about Jordan Henderson. and I realized that I was correct in saying it. And I'm gonna say it about Robbo. His race is run.
Yep.
He still
Starting to
gives
show.
us every single thing, but it really is starting to show.
Mm.
At some point, you like, as good as he is mentally, and as good as he is for the squad, and as good as he is on the field in terms of his leadership, his legs are not there anymore,
Mm.
and
And
we've
it
got to be
happens.
honest with ourselves.
Be honest, that it happens to the
It
great.
happens. It
Yeah,
happens to everyone except Cristiano Ronaldo
of course.
and Pirlo.
Yeah. Perlo, Perlo.
I
But
think with the conversation around Trent leaving and whatnot,
mm,
there's people that are like, nah, he needs to be loyal to Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool, it's from like 16 and whatnot. Fuck that. There's this kid, Madrid calls, doesn't matter. You answer
you
the
answer the
call, and
call.
Especially when it's Madrid, and especially when
And
the same Liverpool fans were hounding Zubomendi when he didn't want to leave.
yeah, and
So
another thing
that's
is as
like
yeah,
that's where I am. When Zubimendi said he wanted to stay and he ended up staying because he likes the club, I'm like, look, Steven Gerrard did that. So I can't
wait.
fault him for that.
There was a
With
point Stevie G almost went to Chelsea. I think some
Yeah,
people
there were
forget that.
many points. Many people wanted Stevie G, but he never left. Um, with
Should
Trent,
have.
it is a little bit different though because he has already achieved everything he can with Liverpool. He's already
yeah.
won everything with Liverpool, right?
Uh-huh.
So if he wants a new challenge, I can't really fault him. And Jamie Carragher made two very good points. The first point he made was all the Liverpool fans are saying he's going to leave for nothing, but we got him for nothing. And
Mm.
he's given us 6, 7, 8 years of service,
Yep,
right? So
solid.
we've got almost one of the best right backs in the world in that period for nothing, right? Um, he's won everything.
Mm.
What I'm concerned about is that he is our vice captain, and even as much as I like him as a player, he should not be our captain after Van Dijk. So
Mm.
that's why I'm not too upset with him leaving. I would love for him to stay, but if he goes, he goes, and like we have to wish
Yeah.
him well. The second point that Jamie Carragher made was the teams that Jamie Carragher played for was pretty much carried by one person. This team is not that, and Jamie says he wishes he could have played with that level of player because of the amount of trophies he could have brought back as a local lad. Trent has that opportunity, but my argument against that is what trophy do you want him to bring back that he hasn't brought back already?
Yep.
The league in front
Yeah.
of fans. But yeah, let's talk about Chelsea, guys.
Yeah, let's talk about Chelsea. Let's talk
Hey,
about Chelsea.
this guy, no, hey, he's insane, bruh.
I'm waiting for you to talk about Chelsea,
Yeah,
Nguban.
let's talk about
Nah,
Are you
Chelsea.
fifth now?
yeah,
Mm.
somewhere there.
Yo,
He's
There
like,
we go.
yeah,
He wasn't
That's it.
wrong when he said they weren't fighting for the title. Let's just put it that way. He wasn't wrong when he said that.
yeah,
yeah,
but we didn't know they were going to be fighting for Champions League.
yeah.
That's a win for me. I think I said it beginning of the season. Right
Yeah,
now,
you did.
for us to be even having the conversation about Chelsea in the top half, I think it speaks volumes to where the club is compared to where they were. I know the last 10 games, our previous manager had a run in, and everyone believed that okay, from here we can take it to the next level. But we went for a championship manager who's unproven, and I think everyone flinched a brow in 202 when Enzo was announced. Right now, Chelsea attack wise, brilliant, but there's that's missing, which is like that takes you from fifth to second, and
Mm.
you stay second, which is when you have the upper hand, you literally go for the jugular. Chelsea
Yeah.
doesn't have that. I don't know if they believe that winning games by 2-0 is enough. It's not. We're at the point where even 3-0 up on the 45th minute, first half, is not enough. I think Enzo needs to have a chat with himself and be honest. We need goals. and we need to start defending better. I unfortunately missed the game this weekend, so I had to rewatch it. The future looks bright, but in the future, defending looking bright. The present, yeah, and that's our biggest
Looking good,
problem right
Rev.
now.
With all that
Not.
being said, you
And
guys are still
with
well on track to finishing in the Champions League.
that's what that is what I was
And
going
you
to
would have
say.
taken that at the start of the season, right?
No, I think I said it beginning
You
of the
did.
season that
Yeah.
if I can get Champions League, there will be progress because he's got a young squad that he needs to mold to get them to where he wants to be. We can assess come end of the season because I think there's a couple of loans deals that are either coming to an end, so we can make decisions on. We've got 2 South American kids that are wingers that are coming in. We need to make decisions on that, but that's the future. With the focus right now is not to drop off where we are. I hate this thing of like Enzo, Mike, Enzo out and whatnot. For us to even having this conversation.
But Mike usually calls these things well in advance. Well in advance. He sees
Yeah.
these
Nah,
things
he's
well in
The thing is,
advance.
the thing
he's
is,
a
So
X,
he's a
even if Enzo drops a stinker next season, the fact that they get, or I'm assuming here, but the fact that they get Champions League this season is success. Remember, we all asked ourselves,
yeah,
what would success be for our clubs at the start of the season?
thank you.
yeah.
If Chelsea, okay, fine, fourth. If you guys finish fourth, that is success. That's what you wanted at the start of the season. Anything above that is a bonus, right?
Uh-huh.
So
That's
let's
true. That's true.
box check.
I think what's this suffering from success where sometimes we get greedy and we forget what the goal was when we started the season, that we perceived top four as a successful season. Now we get caught up in the hype of, oh yeah, you in it for the title, and then we go on a bad run, and then everyone like wants to chuck the child out with bathwater and whatnot. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo guys, like come into the season, last season, we were winning games, but we weren't sure how we're winning them. I know it was 10 good run, 10 good game run. But like right now, I can tell you how we are winning games and I can tell you how we're losing games. So there's an identity there. And maybe I'm I don't know, too simple in that, I can identify a team that, this is my team.
Mm.
And in me getting these draws and I'm comfortable that this is my team. I can identify what we're doing here.
I know, true. There's patterns of plays this time around.
Because there was a time at Man United, and I remember very well where you guys were winning games, and you were still not content because you didn't understand how you were winning games, which is the worst feeling ever. In that you're collecting these 3 points, but you don't know how.
See, even Tabo speaks on Enzo.
Hey, let me get a charger real quick. My thing is
Or
gonna
your
die.
laptop.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
back now.
yeah. But I think, yeah, because we've been shooting for quite some time. I think it's best that we close it off with this discussion as far as Chelsea is concerned. And yeah, man, like they are not bad run of bad form, but I do think Chelsea are gonna be fine. You know, they are
Yeah,
gonna be fine.
yeah,
They are
they'll be
perfectly
fine.
fine. And yeah, man, it's just us United. We need to we need to get our shit in order and climb up the table.
We need to find a way to somehow
Mm,
spend in this window. I don't know what we're going to. I saw earlier today that them Juventus are in for Xerxes, and
mhm.
I saw some Italian
Yeah,
report, which usually isn't the best source for the saying that they might want to swap Vlahovic for Xerxes, in which case I wouldn't take that.
same here.
Um, I, we do need a striker, and we need a left wing back. I would love Kirkes from Bournemouth. I
Yeah,
think Kirkes is just
We have
brilliant.
our eye on him.
Yeah, to
Richard
replace
Hughes
Robertson.
is the guy that signed him for Bournemouth.
Mm.
So yeah, we do have that connection. It's all rumors yet, so far. So I don't know how true it is, but I know we do have our eye on him.
Mm.
I,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I think based on what I saw yesterday, I'm not gonna say we're fine because we saw a similar performance against City. And the thing is like when the pressure is off and there's space, this formation will kill you. And the way
yeah,
that we play will kill you when, especially when it's Bruno, Menu, Ugarte, and they're feeding the attackers with these through balls, these overheads, and the counters as well. But where the problem lies is when we're playing
yeah. Low block.
Southampton.
Southampton, Bournemouth, and there's a
Mm.
low block and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's where we need wing backs and not full backs. We need someone like DeMarco,
yeah.
but
But
we're
thing
not
is,
going to
Nuno,
sign that caliber
but
of
that
player.
Nuno Mendes guy is also decent. I think Nuno Mendes is decent
But
as
he's
well.
also more of a full back rather than the
Oh, he's
wing
not
back.
a
And he
wing
also
back.
has some injury problems from.
Yeah, this is what I don't like. Just because a fullback has pace doesn't mean he's a wingback.
Yeah,
Hmm. Fair, fair point. Yeah, because with wing backs, there's like when you look at a Demarco or even Dumfries as well, because Dumfries also plays that role very well. You know, it's yeah, the way they do it is unique, man. And
What about Grimaldo from Leverkusen?
even him, he's also solid. I like
no,
Grimaldo.
but Grimaldo's a bit
Or
old now. Grimaldo's going to be
Yeah,
30 this year or something,
who's
29 or
who's a good
30.
pick would be Jose Gaia from Valencia. But
He's also
he
old.
there's
He's
kind of
also
a
old.
Gerrard situation going on there.
yeah. Hey, Gaia has been playing for such a long time for Valencia,
Mm.
bro.
Mm.
It's crazy. Yeah, but guys, I think we can close it there, guys. Yo, we've been shooting for quite some time now.
Mm.
Hour and 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for CKN to show up. But yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
because that's
thank
when
you.
we leave, when Sihle Ed shows up.
Then you guys leave. I see you. I see
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But no, once again, gentlemen, thank you so much for
So let's
availing.
go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. You know, I've been asking you guys to like. Hopefully, you guys have done so. Please do so while you leave. It really helps the channel out. Gents, thank you so much for rating yourself. This is Crazy Sports, and we are out. Peace.